Consistent self-improvement, everybody. You are listening to American gypC podcast. And we just shooting the shit. Waiting on gypC to get set up.
I just got set up.
She just got set up.
Got my espresso. Afternoon espresso.
I have my afternoon espresso too, brought to you by gypC.
It's not espresso, it's espresso.
Espresso, my bad. Espresso. Espresso.
Keep adding X.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a beautiful day outside in California. A little cloudy. It's about 2:45 in the evening, in the afternoon, you would say. And we're just turning on the mic to discuss the upcoming future. Not really, just the energy of the hour. I got a burp. Excuse me. All right. The energy of the hour is coming up with the beautiful future, manifesting the beautiful future, something like that. And dreaming on the past. Dreaming on the past. What are you working on, gypC?
I'm technically at work.
Technically at work.
Yeah.
And this is how we like to do it. Starting off for season 2. We just shooting the crap. So, NFTs. I learned about NFTs earlier this year. Non-fungible tokens. A lot of people don't know about that yet, quite. A lot of people do. They're moving kind of fast. Congratulations to the people that have already made their NFTs. I am late making my first NFT. I should have made it a long time ago, of course, but, you know, it's still new. I have a good idea for 1 billion NFTs. You just kind of got to get everything set up together, you know, and present it properly. I don't want to kind of be flippity-floppity and flippity-floppity with each idea. So, you know, one idea at a time. Get season 2 out of the way. And while we're doing that, we will be making NFTs, discussing NFTs, discussing cryptocurrency, discussing life after the pandemic and before the pandemic. We're going to be discussing it all. So I'm not an expert at any of those things. Therefore, I'm going to have to reach out to people and, you know, have them teach me about a lot of those things that we would like to discuss. And that's kind of what American gypC podcast is for me. It is a learning platform. So I keep repeating that. I kind of, you know, we're new. So a lot of people will be coming in as new listeners. We don't really have too many listeners at the time, but you know, the whole motivational, energy behind building this platform is so that I can, you know, sit down and talk to people and have a regular conversation outside of my previous title, which I'm not even going to say now because, you know, that's kind of my new practice. If people don't know what I did before this, then that's fine. You know, that's how I'm going to start doing it from now on. So this is American gypC podcast. I am the host, Klaccik Carpenter. And, you know, we got gypC who's on the clock. So
but
I'm going to continue
the
talking.
whole thing about NFT, though, it's weird. I'm more excited about it now than I was when I first heard about it. I'm like, why would a picture, a digital image, be worth so much?
Yeah.
And especially if it's like a replica of something. And, somebody can just take a screenshot of it and then they have the NFT, right? But what people don't realize is when you're minting an NFT, the minting process involves like adding a smart contract to it and putting it on the blockchain, which offers you a lot of different utility after you've created it. So like you can use it a lot of different ways after you've minted it and put it out there and sold it. You can say, for example, okay, like play to earn games. That's a simple example. I've seen a video of this guy. He's in Argentina, and he's a computer science student. Can't really find a job, and he ended up renting out a ice wearable, which is an NFT. It's like skins on a video game. Think about it like that. And you need those ice wearable NFTs in order to play in this poker game, which you can in turn take your rewards from that and turn it into real money. So this guy doesn't quite have the money to buy this NFT, and I don't think you can even do that anymore because they're sold out. But you can, he got to rent it out from this guy and use it to make money, and he actually ended up making a lot more than he would getting paid for like an actual job in his country.
Now let's be honest.
Yeah.
Are these games actually fun?
Yeah. I mean, I used to play online poker, so
No.
For
Not
this example,
online poker, but just some of the games.
It depends, right? Like, there's a lot of different games.
It's kind of just saying, looking at them,
Hey, are PlayStation games fun? Yeah, there's a lot of different fun games and not so fun games. It depends on your perspective.
But it's not about the fun, though. It's more about the money, and a lot of people, you think that's more.
Just one example, though. But that's an amazing example of, you think it's just a game, but people are actually
making
using
money.
It to make real world money and feed their families or do whatever you need to do.
So you're saying that the motivation of making money is what makes them play the game, not necessarily like it's a fun game. It's just, you're saying the motivation is because I'm going to make some money out of it.
Yeah, and it's not just the person renting out the NFT to play the game making money. The person renting out the NFT that owns the NFT also actually makes 30% off of each game, and the person who's created the NFT also makes money. So it's a really awesome system where all of that is, everything you need is distributed to everyone. Say like a concert ticket is another example, which I think will be used in the future. So say you go to a concert, the ticket is now an NFT, and you can use that NFT to buy stuff in the concessions or merchandise, and the funds from that will get, a piece of it will get distributed to the artist, a piece
VIP.
of it to the DJ, to the place. So all of that stuff is written into the smart contract, and in the future it could be worth money. And then when it gets sold, the artist will also get a piece of that, and whoever else is written into the smart contract. There's a lot of different utility. Those are just some things. There's also like the whole metaverse thing, where people are buying land and having these exclusive parties or events that they use NFT to get access to. And then there's artists now that can, have the space to sell their art now, or another medium to express their art. There's a lot of different things that it's going to be another layer, just like the internet, and everybody's going to utilize it however they need to make whatever they need happen. So I think it's just starting out now, but in the future it's going to be something, it's going to be a regular part of our day where it's just kind of injected into a lot of different things. Because you can always keep adding utility to it in the future.
When there's two basically, two ways or, multiple ways of participating in, dealing with NFTs. You have the creative route, and then you also have the trading, the person that basically does the trading and investing. Yeah. Explain a little bit of that from like what kind of person you are dealing with NFTs versus the person that's
the flipper. Like I don't know if I see myself buying NFT and reselling it on the market or investing in one that I think is going to blow up, like Beeples and all of these, big name NFTs. For me, I am a creator. So I'm curious. I'm actually might try that. Well, I will be trying it over this holiday break. I will be creating a collection of NFTs, my first one, just to experiment.
Have we explained yet how that works with the NFTs, with creating, to give people a idea?
Creating in
as far as like when I say you create a work of art and you make 100 copies of it, sell it.
Okay, that's the minting process, right? Because that's what I wasn't sure.
But the percentage, after that,
yeah,
the
so
people when
that's
we're saying trading versus
creating. So when you're trading, you're just going into these platforms like OpenSea is one of the biggest ones, or Rarible, and different platforms, and buying NFTs and reselling them or holding on to them and reselling them in the future, in which case, you're just flipping it just like you would flip any other product. But when you're the creator, when you're minting it, you're deciding things like how many of this do you want out there? You want a one, or do you want it to be 1,000 of these out there? You decide that. And how much do you want to get when somebody sells your NFT? That's the best part about this. Like whenever somebody, say you sold your physical art, you don't really, when that person decides to sell it in the future, you don't get any of that money. But with NFTs, when you sell it, you make money, and then when that person sells it again, you get whatever percentage you decided when you minted it. So you decide how many will be out in circulation, what percentage you'll receive when it gets sold, and a couple other things. I have to go through the process
and the
to see what
the add-ons, the perks.
Yeah. So that's the minting process. The creating the NFT process, I've seen a lot of different ways. I didn't even know you can use code to actually. So I used to see instructions for like no code involved, and I'm like, why would you need code to create an NFT? But I guess there's a way to kind of systemize it to where you get the computer to generate a bunch of different variations for you.
And for the listeners, you're listening to someone that has code experience, and you're also listening to a person, myself, that has no real code experience. So,
and you don't need to have code experience, to be honest. And that's what a lot of these people will show you on YouTube. It's like whether you're just using Photoshop or Figma or whatever you like to use, or if you have a physical art, and you can technically like take a picture of it and then mint it as an NFT. That's another way too. So there's a lot of different levels of it. So anyone can technically create an NFT.
Yeah.
The way I'll probably do it is, well, we won't get into that.
Okay, so if I was to be curious, just a regular listener out here, and this is, just say, where would I start? All right, I want to buy NFT today. What do I need to do?
You're going to need some kind of wallet to start off with. The most popular one is MetaMask.
And we're saying cryptocurrency wallet.
Yes, because NFT resides in the cryptocurrency space, is based on Ethereum blockchain. So you're going to need a wallet because, you know, the NFTs sit on a blockchain. That's what the minting process is. So in order to do it, you get yourself a MetaMask, and you can do it as a browser extension. If you're using Chrome, you get a MetaMask. The account creation process is pretty simple. You just need to make sure you save your 12 phrase, was it 12 or 24 phrase? It depends on the type of wallet. Password, so that whenever you lose something, you can recover it using those phrases. So that's the most important thing. So create your MetaMask account or Trust Wallet or whatever it is. I just say MetaMask because that's the most accepted one. So you create that. Then you go into OpenSea. That's OpenSea.com. That's one of the sites. And then there's Rarible, or, you can Google NFT marketplace. And when you go into this marketplace, you're going to connect to it using your MetaMask account. And that's how you will be buying it. Your MetaMask account is your wallet. It's a cryptocurrency wallet that will hold your money whenever.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how it works in a nutshell.
And what are some of the starting prices of NFTs out there?
That's all gonna depend, because it depends if it's so many different artists out there or people out there creating NFTs, and it's there's people giving it away for dirt cheap, and then there's people that are super expensive. So it's kind of hard to say. There are these, big time collection or very popular collections that are super, super hefty.
Right, because you often hear of people selling for millions and stuff like
so
that.
I was looking at
millions and stuff.
I think it was an OpenSea. I was looking at the popular collections, and one of them was the Baby Bored Ape Club or something. I really like those. They're kind of cute. It's a little different than the Bored Ape Yacht Club or something. That's the one that gets you access to exclusive events and things like that. The baby ones, they're little baby monkeys. Each one, I think the cheapest one was 0.5 ETH, which was probably 2,000 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, ETH is at about 4,000 right now.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, it was pretty penny.
Yeah. So you're talking $2,000 for an NFT, digital copy of.
Yeah, and you can create multiple of this copy. Depends on.
As an artist, from an artist perspective, not from a buyer.
I'm actually seeing a lot of. I see articles here and there, people that either they were artists or they used to do it as a hobby, and now they're doing it full time because they're making a lot of money on their NFTs, and they're getting to fully transition to that.
But as somebody that's flipping, give an example of how they're flipping NFTs.
If you're gonna be flipping, you gotta, just playing stocks or crypto, you're going to have to do some research, just to know, hey, what's popular out there? What is going to be worth money in the future? What are things that are, you got to pay attention to the news about NFTs and crypto and different things, just to see, and doing research on the utility of them. So some of these NFTs are going to be used for, like I said, Metaverse games, play to earn games, different things. So you kind of get to find out, do your research, I guess, figure out what are some of these NFTs that are building future utility, so that you can get on them early, because the NFTs might be out there now, and then the game might be still in the creation process, and all of that will be disclosed early on just to get investors excited. So that's when you pay attention to those things, and you get in on these early. And a lot of the ones that I hear about, by the time I see them, they're actually like all gone or almost gone. So like, it is a very popular market. So Twitter is another place that keeps me pretty up to date on all of these things. Like, I never really liked using Twitter, but now for like crypto news and NFT and all of that, I'm having to actually use it, because that's where you get the latest news. Because by the time I get it on YouTube, it's like they got it from the Twitter. So I already know about it by the time it hits YouTube.
Yeah. So do you have any experience in like those metaverse style games and stuff like that?
I tried. So I created a Decentraland account, and I'm trying to remember. I think I tried a game. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the ice poker. Is that on? So I created a few different. I created a sandbox account, and I also went to Gala Games and created an account. These are 3 of the hottest metaverse. I don't know what to call them, playgrounds right now. I know a lot of people, when they think metaverse, they think Facebook, but they're kind of late to the game. Decentraland, Sandbox, and Gala is one of the bigger ones. Okay. So I created a game. There's a popular play to earn games on all of them, so I just wanted to test it out. So I created Gala Games and played the Town Star game. I couldn't really get into it. It's actually really hard. I watched somebody do it on a YouTube video, and it's actually, that's not a game to me. Like, that's like city planning. Like, you need to go get a job doing this for the city, planning all of these things. I'm like, what? You're farming and you're selling, and I'm like, yo, this is very complicated. Whoever wins this deserves this money. So I couldn't really get into it. And then I tried poker somewhere. I couldn't remember. But yeah, I've kind of like just looked into it one weekend just to see, but I haven't really gotten all the way into it. Oh, I tried to play that ice poker one, but when I went to get the NFT, it was actually pretty expensive, and I didn't get to look into like how much it costs to rent it out. Yeah. And I'll probably try that one time just to see. But it's interesting.
Sounds good.
It depends. Like, if you're the type that kind of likes the adventure games, and like a lot of the games I'm noticing are like mining, and if you like the Sims type games, those type of things right now.
Yeah, see, I don't like them kind of games.
I can't really get into them.
It'll take me a little bit to get into it. I have to be
first person shooter type games.
Yeah, I'm have to be money motivated to get into those, no doubt.
Yeah,
gotta be money motivated.
But there's millions of people that play these games, because this industry is actually so huge.
Be a million and one,
dude. Like Decentraland and Sandbox, they're raking in like I think it was like billions, if not more. So like it's a big industry already, and it's just starting out. And so if you're into cryptocurrency, these are the currency, tokens or currencies you want to look out for, like Decentraland, which is Mana for short, Sandbox, Sand for short, Gala. These are coins you want to invest in early, because they're Axe Infinity, Illuvium, Avalanche. There's like a few of them. Like you want to get into it now, because they're just starting out, and they're getting a lot bigger. So just a little tip.
Yeah, the market crashed a little bit.
It did.
We're still in December, mid-December. But actually today, on the day we're talking right now, it's actually going back up.
Seriously? I haven't checked today. But yeah, it's been a little dip for the past week or two. But that's the crypto game, though.
It definitely is.
You gotta have the stomach for it and patience, people, patience. And if you don't have the patience, just go back and look at the history of all of these things, and you realize, oh my God, the people who won are the people who held while it was crashing, while it was, just like forget about it for a year or 2 or 5 and come back to it. If you invest in the right ones, like don't just go willy-nilly, just because there's a lot of scams out there. But there's also thousands of amazing coins, because that's the thing with cryptocurrency, is just like stocks. They don't all do the same thing. They all are different types of company, if you will.
And it's like gardening. It's kind of like having a garden. You want to, got to put some water everywhere. Got to rain everywhere. So invest a little here, a little there, a little there.
Yep, it is going up today. ETH is doing good. It's back to 4,000.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed this conversation, and I've learned a good little bit. I took some notes here about the ICE wearables and, signing up for trading NFTs. I do already have some of that, but, just to refresh my knowledge and to be able to.
Yeah, I would say MetaMask as your wallet, because that's more popular. And then for a platform to display your NFT or to buy NFT, I would say OpenSea is the most popular one. I know there's other ones like Rarible, but I think that's a little bit more expensive on the minting. And the Ethereum gas fee, that's another thing you have to watch out for. If you're in the crypto space, you will hear a lot of complaints, especially about Ethereum gas fees. And it's ridiculous, especially when you're buying these small coins. I mean, you could be wanting to put like $50 on a very new token that has a lot of zeros. And, they're on an Ethereum blockchain, and it's going to cost you like $85 or $150. It fluctuates throughout the day as gas fee to buy a $50 token. So it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
But, you kind of get your money back if you, hodl for a long time.
Yeah. It's a brand new world. We're all new to it. A lot of people have gotten experience in it already, but it's still new. So you're not too late. But you definitely want to know that it is the future. So you don't want to be too late getting into it. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. This is American Gypsy Podcast. You can visit AmericanGypsy.com. That's American GYPC.com. And there's more information about, who we are, giveaways, different things like that. That will be coming. Thank y'all for listening. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Thank you for the support. I am Klaccik.
I am gypC. Thank you for listening.
And hope you learned something. Have a good one. Consistent self-improvement.